Right, we've finally finished painting our model, and we've tweaked the lining so it's perfection. We've got all our numbers on straight and our nameplates on straight. And we're left with a model which is probably too shiny for most people's eyes if we've used gloss paint to do it. Or we may have a mixture of finishes, matte, gloss or satin. And we want to unify the whole thing. And a coat of varnish does this, and it also gives a protective layer over the transfers we've used. The varnish I use is Ronseal gloss and Ronseal satin. But I find the satin is a bit variable. Sometimes the matting agent in it is a bit coarse, and it gives the model a glistening look, almost as if you put sparklets on it. So what I tend to do these days is use precision matting agent, which is basically talcum powder mixed in a gel, just an oil. But you'd put a drop of that in the varnish and it takes it down, mats it down slightly. You can vary it from dead matte to just off gloss. Or you can mix these. But this is very consistent, but I have had problems with this one in the past, the satin. And I mix it as I would mix a paint, perhaps 2 parts thinners to 1 part varnish. It can be very, very thin if you like, just enough to take off the gloss. If you want to build up a more protective layer, then put it on thicker. But you still have to take all the precautions you have with paint. Just keep a watch on that surface to see if it's going all right. And of course you have to clean your paintwork before you put it on. If you've got finger marks on the paintwork, you must clean those off with white spirit. Be very careful not to rub too hard, and especially where you're near lining, you have to just be pretty gentle with it so you don't nick, not the lining, the boiler band, so you just don't nick those and lift the transfer off, because they are quite delicate. And finally, after varnishing, after it's gone off and dried, it takes about 4 hours really to dry before you can handle it. You need to tackle those parts of the engine which are fully matte, like vac pipe hoses, cab floors and that sort of thing. Just paint over those with a matte paint afterwards, just touch them in. Then you put some coal in and off you go.